What's up, everybody? How we doing? You know what I always say about that opening song, "Ghost in the Daylight," how it always pumps me up. And you know what? I needed that today. I absolutely needed that. It's been a long week, and it's only Wednesday.
Yep.
So folks, welcome to another
Thank you.
podcast.
Thank you.
I am super excited. Tonight I have two new friends with me, new family members that I'm really excited about. And I usually don't, request guests. Like, hey, check. These two I had to come talk to these guys because you guys need to hear about them. And with me tonight is Shane. He's right next to me over here.
Hey.
And below is Shani.
Hiya.
Easy to remember. And they are from Outer Realms Paranormal. Shane's over here in the U.S. He's in the Carolinas. We don't hold that against him. And Shani is from the U.K. So, guys, first of all, welcome. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
How you guys doing tonight?
All right.
Not too bad.
So, anyway, for those who don't know your team or anything about you, we'll start off with the usual stuff. We'll get a little something about yourself.
All right. Sandy, you want to go or you want me to go first?
You can go first.
All right. I'm Shane. I am the founder and director of Outer Realms Paranormal and Outer Realms Paranormal UK division. We are we are one team. We're solid one team. We represent both divisions. We're all over the United States, and Shani's got the UK over there. So we are linked in together as one team, and that's how we are building each other. Our team has been up for 3 months. 3 months, and we've got over 1,000 members on each page in less than 3 months. So
congratulations.
So we're growing, and we would love for everybody to come and join us on this adventure that we have, because we're very open, we're modest, we're humble. We love everybody. We believe in para-unity. We want this to work best for everybody. We're always there for you. We're always there for people. We're always there for teams. If you're a team and you want to be represented, then we have no problems posting you on our pages and bringing your team up, because we want that unity. We want to bring that unity back. And my logo for this team is be the change that you want to see. In order for us to be the change that we want to see, we have to be the change that we want to see. And that's where I am. And then, Shani, I'll turn it over to you.
Hiya, well, obviously my name's Shani. I'm the UK director of Outer Realms Paranormal. You've just said everything all in one.
I was just gonna say, Shani, you should have gone first, because I didn't want to follow that one.
You've just said everything.
So, folks, a little disclaimer. So they have seen the show before, so they know what's up. And yeah. I have apologized already. But you guys know as well as I do, because they do have a show, which we'll talk about here in a little bit. The audience makes the show. I love the community that we build doing these shows, and try to get as much involvement as we can. So let's say hello to our lovely audience, and even to those who are hiding in the background. We got AZ Pie.
Hello.
So, I'm telling you all right now, if you want to check out a really, really good team, AZ Pie, definitely. Absolutely amazing team. They're a lot of fun, great content, great, investigations, everything about them. Amazing.
Awesome.
Amazing. Susie is joining us from the YouTube side. What's up, Susie? How are you
tonight? Hey, Susie.
Welcome back. Jan's coming in on Facebook. Hey, Jan,
hey.
How are you? And I agree, Jan. With the music, Ghost in the Daylight, and for that intro, that's what I want to say after each one. Not what's up, everybody. It's we get things going. Teresa is joining tonight. Hello, Teresa.
Hello, Teresa.
See you again. Love it. I see Teresa a lot in my chats, and she's awesome. Hello, Teresa from the UK. There you go. Oh, Shani, you might be neighbors.
Oh yeah.
Hey.
So first of all, before we get into everything, I have to ask you guys this. So obviously, with Shane, you being in the U.S., Shani, you in the U.K., how did you two meet?
Um, that's funny. When I first heard of Shani, they were telling me, oh, she does paranormal, but she does photography. So
Mm.
I was very interested in some of her work, and I started finding. Well, I joined another bigger organization, and I became the executive chapter recruiter for that. And my whole purpose was to find different people in different states, create divisions, for our company or whatever you want to organization or
Mhm.
whatever you call it. And Shaney was one of those. When I left that organization, everybody that was recruited by me, when they found out that I left, um, they they felt they had strong support with me, and things like that. And I believe they still have that. And
Definitely.
you definitely got that support from me, right?
Yeah.
And the thing is I looked at Shani and I said, Shani, I said, I'm leaving. And her first thing that she said to me was, where are we going? So I knew right then, I knew exactly what I wanted to do. I told my wife, I said, now's the time. I want to create this team. I want to have it. We're going to start off strong. We're going to stay strong. And so we created Outer Realms within a day. We had Outer Realms going. By the end of the day, we had Outer Realms page up and we had Outer Realms UK page up, both of them up, and they've been going strong ever since.
Very nice, very
Yeah.
nice. So, what got you guys into the paranormal? Like, what was what started it off for you guys?
Go ahead, Shane.
Basically, my some of my family members do it, and I went to some of their events with them, and I was like really getting into it and stuff like that, and just weird things used to happen, and then I just started doing it myself.
Hmm.
Really?
It's funny. It's funny how people say, the weird stuff, because like when I tell people now about what I go through, like I talk to my therapist, and my therapist is like, do you hear voices? And I'm like, no, but I talk to ghosts, and she's
Hmm.
like, besides that. But I mean, I got in when I was really young. I saw my grandfather when I was 9, 10 years old. He had passed away, and I was standing in a mirror that he made. He made the mirror, and I was adjusting my tie, getting ready for work or getting ready for church. And I looked up in the mirror, and he was standing behind me with his hand on my shoulder. I turned and looked, and he wasn't there. I turned back in the mirror, and he wasn't there. 2 days later, 2 days later, I heard water running from his bathroom. And my grandfather was chief lieutenant for SLED, which is South Carolina Law Enforcement Division. He was a big dog. He was a
Mm.
32nd Master Mason. He had a routine that he did every single day. And I heard water running, and there was steam coming out of his bathroom. Now, granted, he's been passed away now for, you know, 2 or 3 months. So I go into his room, and the bathroom door was open, the steam was rolling out because the hot water was on. I cut that off. While I was walking back out, and I looked, and it just wasn't right. His bed, my grandmother kept it tucked tight, like you can bounce a quarter off his bed. And his bed was folded back like a triangle, like someone got out the bed.
Hmm.
His closet door was open. A suit was took out, laid out on the bed, and his shoes were at the bottom of the floor. My grandmother got up, and she came and she looked at me, and I'm standing in the room, and she's looking at me, and she was like, "Are you playing a joke on me?" And I said, "Mom, I didn't do this." And I said, "I just woke up because his shower was on." And my grandmother was a diehard Southern Baptist. So we all know how they are.
Mm-hmm.
And she never saw him. I saw him, but she experienced things in that house that he used to do that made her think twice about him being there. So that's how it started with me. And it's been like that ever since. So I've been having paranormal experiences, Ouija board experiences, apparitions, black-eyed children. I mean, it's been a long time coming. So I've been in it my whole life.
Well, black-eyed children, you need to speak with my brother, Scott Morton, Mr. Fedora. And for those of you, who don't know Scott, welcome to the show. Mr. Fedora loves the subject, black-eyed children. He absolutely loves them. Absolutely loves them. Shani, what about you? What got you in this field?
Pardon? What did you say? Sorry.
What got you started in all this fun?
I've always been interested in it, and obviously, like I just said, I was going out with family members and stuff, and then decided to set up my own team, go to locations, was working with a load of other teams over here, and then just kept going from that. Really, had some experiences myself, and just kept going.
Yeah.
It gets addicting, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, Teresa is following up with what you said, Shane. I was terrified to tell my therapist what I did. When I finally shared, she took a bunch of my business cards and is now a loyal fan.
Yep.
Yeah. I've told, because I said before, I've seen therapists, I've been there, and some of the things that I want to tell them, it's like, yeah, I probably shouldn't. But let's see. Jan says I had more experiences when I was younger. Okay. So for those of you who know, I'm in trouble. For those of you who don't know, this is the Wicked Queen, my wife. This is her YouTube channel. She has her own show, Creepy Cult Podcast. She's spying on me. I didn't do it. I swear.
Sure you did.
Well, I didn't do it yet. I will, but I didn't do it yet. Shani, are you from? I'm not even going to butcher it. I know
Worcestershire.
It is. I'll let you butcher
No, from Telford, not that far away though.
Okay. And you know what? I have to say something before we continue on. So, for those of you who don't know or haven't heard about Outer Realms, they've just joined Parapost Network Central. So happy to have them. Obviously.
We are glad to be here.
And we were talking about locations and a couple of other things, like the Global Ghost Hunt. Shani goes, "I've got thousands," and I'm just like, "Okay." I've heard, I've heard people say that before. She's proved it.
He literally has thousands pinned.
It's more pins than it is map. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, so where am I going tonight?
That's literally what I do.
She does. I think she plays like Russian roulette. I think she's like, dink. There it is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I was in Liverpool last night, and that's 80 miles away from home.
Now, here's what. So I don't know if you guys have experienced this, but I've had a lot of friends and family from the UK. Here's actually one of them. Well, from across the pond, I should say, because I'll get in trouble. Liz, the lovely.
Hey, Liz.
Oh yeah.
So it's funny. I've had people like Liz and other family members, as I call them now, like Paul Stokes from Mystic Paranormal UK. We talk about going on these trips to investigate, and I know Sean. We say we're going on like a 3-4 hour drive to these locations. My family over the UK go, "Why? That's a long drive." It's like, no, that's a 3-hour drive. Okay. And
yep.
They're used to driving like that though.
Yeah. Well, I just find it hilarious. I think it's funny to me. To me, it's funny. Like we say we're going for a 4-hour drive, just going for a drive, and they're like, "Why?
Right.
Why would you do something like that?" It's like, we're bored.
Yeah.
And Susie is saying, let's see, "I'm strong in faith, but I've experienced many orbs, all of them pink." Cool. haven't heard of pink ones. That's kind of cool. One large enough to encase my whole person. Archangel. I've had a hitchhiker. I'm touched gently a lot. Wow. Instead of something. Wow, that's a lot. You had a lot of experience, Susie.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, for those who have seen this show, you know this is a little different. So, I want you guys to rat each other out. So, yeah, we're doing this. We're having some fun. So, obviously, as we all know, there's in teams, there's different jokesters, there's different pranksters. People like to have some fun. Tell me about some of these moments. What are some times that have had you guys just rolling on the floor, laughing your ass off? Let's hear about some of those. Shani, start us off. I see you smiling. I see the smile. You already have one in mind. I want to hear it.
I don't know which one to pick. Well, me and Shane prank quite a lot to each other, but that's something totally different.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I don't know. Put me on the spot now.
Does Sean have any? I see him peeking in the back there.
Shane? Well, yeah. Well, I do a lot of client work. You know, I deal with a lot of clients, not only from this platform, but other platforms also come to me too, because I am a licensed and ordained minister. I was a preacher for 3 years, so I specialize in spiritual warfare and demonology. So I have a lot, and I got a call. I got a call from a lady who swore up and down that there was a demon in her house. And listen what she said. She said, "This demon keeps opening up all my cabinets." And I was like, okay, all right. And, you know, my first thought was a big bad demon knocking over your coffee cup, opening up your cabinet. Sound legit to me. So I said, well, let me just come and see, you know, what you're talking about. So we came there, we did an investigation. It was playing cat and mouse, whatever it was. We started getting some activity. We went to the back room and came back out, and sure enough, came back out. All the cabinets were open. All right. We found out that the lady who was saying that there was a demon in the house, her husband, like a year before, left to go to the store on a motorcycle and got in a horrific accident, and he was killed. Okay. One of the jokes that he used to play that I found out from their daughter was every time his mom would go into there to put dishes up, he would open up all the other cabinets. They neglected telling me that when I went in there. So I started asking the more obvious questions. I'm like, you know, we know now that you're not demonic. Is this Steve? And it came through clear as day. Spirit box says, I am. So she was actually able, and the thing is, the mom started crying because the I am was his actual voice.
Oh, see, that's why I love client cases. I love residentials, getting that closure. And, you know,
and that's what it was. It was closure for her.
And, you know, that it brings up a really good point, too, folks. For those of you who are just starting in this field, do your due diligence, do your history, not just on the location, but the family. Always do that. You know, it doesn't matter. You know, some do 6 months back. I do a year or two.
Yeah.
You know, even when I say a recent death, I mean 2 years just in case. You know, because it'll help out a lot. It'll help out a lot because, and you know what? You might not even need to do a full investigation. It just might kind of click in their heads. Like in this case, if that would have been knowledge presented up front, it may have triggered some kind of memory and been like, oh, wait a minute, this person's doing it. Okay, well, you don't need an investigation, but here's what we're going to do.
Yep.
You know, let's try to get you closure. But no, that's cool. And I don't know if the Wicked Queen's still watching, but gives me some ideas. Shady, you think of anything fun yet? Any you pick one out?
Um, what was that one I told you the other day? That was it. Yeah, I was at a location, and whatever it was messing around with me, saying, "I'm a poltergeist. I'm gonna get you." And I was like, "Yeah, all right," and just started laughing, and then like just mimicking things, and yeah.
Yeah, you really never know. You never know when you go out. It's always fun. So Susie says, I've seen dead since I was 6 years old. Wow. Empath trained medium. Nice. Very nice. Here's another loyal listener. I don't know why. I don't know why she still listens. Banshee, you've been such a good and loyal follower. I love you to death, but how can you listen to this crap? Me, not the guest, me. Oh, I love Banshee. Banshee's from Australia, actually. So let me ask you guys this. So we all have our own. Oh, hold on. Liz is saying goodbye to everybody. Good night, Liz. Much love to you and the family.
Good night, Liz. Thanks for coming on.
I love Liz. Absolutely love Liz. So we all have our pre-invitation little traditions. For some, like myself, walk around the property. What kind of like weird stuff have you guys seen as far as traditions? Does anybody on your team, have anything like just odd, like an odd tradition?
Don't think so.
I had to leave somebody because they, occult work is fine, but knowing that I'm a demonologist and I have a real theological approach to cleansing and clearing, you come in and you pull a demon board out and you want to do seances and stuff like that. Now, I mean, granted, if that works for people, that works. But every time that I've ever been somewhere where they did a seance, something really bad ended up happening. So I definitely had to leave a location because they wanted to bring, that seance stuff. And the thing is, they were trying to generate something else. They were trying to conjure something else that wasn't there. And that is dangerous to do. By any means, that's dangerous.
Yeah.
So I definitely don't want to be around, when stuff like that happens, because I like natural flows. Like when you go, you check out an area. I check out all the grounds first. I check underneath the place that I'm at, looking at everything. I look at and see if all the windows are open or closed. I check the electricals. I go in with an EMF and I get close to see if I pick it up on the walls so I don't get any false readings. I eliminate everything that can possibly be debunked first, and then I start with a good investigation.
Okay, fair enough. Shady, what about you? What's the start of your investigation look like?
Well, we do a walk around first, obviously check everywhere, check the perimeter. We do our base temperature readings. Same with the K2, check any plug sockets, the walls, everything.
Yeah.
Obviously, as soon as we go into the property or location, I introduce myself.
Yep.
Of course.
And that's the way I do it, really.
Yep.
All right. Well, before we go on our break, Shane brought something up, and I wanted to ask you, Shane, this is just for you. Said about your photography.
Yeah.
You do like a paranormal photography. Obviously, pictures, video, stuff like that is very important in our field. So, what exactly is this photography? Like, is it just like tell me about it?
Locations.
Yeah, it's mainly like locations because I've recently only set up the page because obviously when Shane first heard about me, he was like, "Oh, what did they say to you, Shane?"
No, they said because I was talking about bringing Shani Page, and it said Shani Page, the one that does photography, and I was like, maybe. And then I looked her up and I saw that she did do photography. She had some awesome shots. of locations and just beautiful places, castles, houses. I mean, just really beautiful pictures. And I was very intrigued by it. But I was trying to tell these people that she's into investigations. And they're like, that's not the Shani that I know. She does photography. I said, so they can't be the same person. And they finally found out that it was the same person. And obviously she's right here.
Yeah. Yeah, so that, like, I've always liked taking pictures of old buildings and getting all the history from thousands of years ago on them. But obviously the new page I've set up is just purely for the photos of the locations, anything like we capture. That's what that page is for mainly.
So do you do like black and whites, full color? You know,
Yeah.
Doing both.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Give it a shout out. I didn't even know that. See, I don't do research, folks. If you're new to the show, I don't do research on my co-host or guest because I want to learn with you guys. Just that simple. But give it a shout out, Shani.
Yeah, it's Dark Soul Paranormal Photography.
Nice. I'm definitely gonna be looking that up. You'll have a new follower, friend. I don't know, whatever it is. But we got someone new here. Small Town Investigations. Hello. What is up?
What's happening?
Welcome. I think you just described at least 90% of this field. Small Town Investigations. I don't know about you, Shane, but I'm from a really small town.
Yeah. I'm from Beaufort, South Carolina. I live in Beaufort, South Carolina. I live an hour and a half away from where the Civil War actually started. So we have a lot of Revolutionary War, Indian, and Civil War history around here. So
sounds like me. I'm about an hour and a half from Gettysburg.
There you go. Then you should know all too much about that.
Oh, it's fun. Shani, you need to come to the U.S. We'll do. I had an idea.
She's coming.
All right, I am going this year. Yeah.
She's coming. Of course, she's going to come see me. That's my sister.
Yeah. I would think she'd be in trouble if she didn't. I'll tell you what. If y'all get up to the Gettysburg area, you let me know.
Okay.
Yeah, we will do.
Hey, you know what? Okay, before we go on our commercial break, I want to call out the paranormal field real quick. Why hasn't anybody done a full Gettysburg expedition?
I haven't figured that out yet. I have not seen one.
The Civil War. Do a whole Civil War, start to finish, from location. Just all the main points. Why not? Not one group has done everything. Why? Or Revolutionary War.
Yep.
Or head up to Boston and check out the there's a lot we can
or do a little history and find out how a soldier or something died there and do a reenactment of how that soldier died and use that as a trigger point for your investigation.
Right.
Yeah.
That a Civil War, like if you do a show or whatever, but a little series on that'd be freaking awesome. I'd love to watch that. Let's see. Small Town's asking, did y'all get any of the snowstorm? Yeah, we did. We got about 6 inches, 7 inches. You didn't get any rain?
We got a bunch of rain. We got a bunch of rain, and I mean it came down, and the winds were really, really strong around here. But I'm from the Low Country. I live 2 miles away from Parris Island Marine Base.
I'd have too much fun down there. I'm a
So I live right there in that area. So, we tend to get the sea storms, the Atlantic storms coming off. So that's the kind of weather we have around here.
There you go. Yeah, I've been to South Carolina a couple times. I know it's weird. I know the East Coast pretty well. But yeah. And Small Town saying, I want to go to Gettysburg. Come on. Go to Gettysburg. Seriously, if anybody, not just obviously Outer Realms, Small Town, you too. Anybody gets to Gettysburg, hit me up. Yeah. We'll have some fun. I'm like,
let us know if you go there too. We may be able to meet you up there.
Yeah, absolutely. We can all meet up. That'd be great. You're in Iowa. Ooh, is that? I think I see this.
Hold on. You're in Iowa.
Uh-oh.
So how far are you away from the axe murder house?
See, folks, this is why communities are important, and this is why networking is important.
Yeah.
This is is why Unity is important right here.
Because that's one of my top 10 right there. The Axe Murderer House. It's not in my top 5, but it definitely is in my top 10. And I know Iowa is, I mean, that Axe Murder House is very well known. And I definitely, before I croak over and I get to haunt people, I want to go there.
I've heard mixed things about the Axe Murder House. I've heard it's legit. I've heard it's not. I've heard it's hyped.
Oh, no, it's legit.
Well, I always say this: there's always one way to find out.
Yeah.
So we're waiting for Small Town to answer that and to discuss more things. We're going to take our quick commercial break, guys, and it's going to be quick. It won't be long. You guys know the drill. But when we come back, we're going to talk not just about where exactly Small Town Investigations is, but we're going to talk about their show and other things with Outer Realms. We're going to have some fun. So don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody.
Hey.
So we're here with Shane and Shani from Outer Realms Paranormal. But before we continue on, you guys know the drill. I got to give my usual shout outs because not I have to, it's because I want to. They deserve it. So first of all, obviously, you guys know Parapost, been Parapost Network Central. If you guys don't know what Parapost is, welcome to the show. But Parapost, real simple. It is basically a paranormal Facebook without the drama. You can network immediately. Go to parapost.net, sign up for free today, or you can download it on your Android or iPhone. Doesn't matter. For free still. Still sign up. Have some fun. Oh, see? Perfect timing. And there he is. There's the mastermind right there. Mr. Brian John Laverty. What's up, brother?
What's up, brother?
Oh, yeah.
Long time no talk. Yeah, well. Never mind. I'll save that for later.
And we're happy to be a part. We're happy to be a part of Parapost. We definitely are. We're excited about this merger. We're excited about where this is going to take us to represent Parapost and the Global Ghost Hunt. It's a real honor for our team to be able to do this with you all.
Hey, we're happy to have you, and I also want to give obviously the shout out to Parapost Network Central, guys. Download the app, head over to Facebook, go to Parapost Network Central, look us up. You'll not only find this show, but a lot of amazing other podcasts. And we also have weekly podcast winners. You can check them out, have some fun, check out all these great shows. Really, really amazing shows. Go check them out. And also, Shane mentioned it, Global Ghost Hunt. I got the merch. You guys will see. I'm rocking tonight. I'm representing the Global Ghost Hunt. If you don't know what the Global Ghost Hunt is, simple. It's 2 10-day events, one in the spring, one in the fall, and it's a celebration, is what it really is, of teams and locations from all around the world, just having a good time, celebrating the paranormal, seeing these beautiful locations, and just having fun. And you get to see real paranormal investigators doing what we do best, having fun, finding the truth. And guys, it's simple. If you are interested in finding out more information or even just signing up, head over to globalghosthunt.com. All the information's there. Registration is really easy. We've got new packages, we got new opportunities, we got great things going for the Global Ghost Hunt, and more to come. So go over, check it out. You can check out Global Ghost Hunt, also some of the past stuff we've done on the Global Ghost Hunt Facebook and YouTube channels. All those links are in the description if you don't want to listen to me talk more.
That's right.
That's right. We also, for Global Ghost Hunt and Parapost, have merch as well. And if you like merch, you like getting people's merch, I have merch too. Head over to my store. Screw it. Why not? All my proceeds go to all the different charities. So head over to paraconsultantstore.com. Go check it out. I'm always coming up with random ideas. That was one of the things when I first met Shane and Shani. I told them, if you hear me say I have an idea.
Yeah. My eyes got a little big there because I'm like, what's coming?
Yep. And it's funny, even in text message, I can hear Mr. start to cringe. I can start to cringe.
Brian.
Raymond does it too. Raymond's like, what are we doing? What are we messing up? What's getting fucked tonight?
Even Victor said that with you on it. Victor was like, oh, your ideas?
Yeah. But no, guys, in all seriousness, head over to paraconsultantstore.com. Go check it out. Find yourself some merch. There's a bunch of different things going on. And like I said, all proceeds go to charities. I don't make anything from them. I don't want anything from it. It's just for fun. It's for fun and to help out. So, guys, we were talking about Parapost Network Central. It's like Brian said, it's our honor as well to have you guys.
Thank you.
Let's talk about your show. You guys have a show coming out on Parapost. It's going to be starting here soon. Let's talk about it. What's the show about?
We are Outer Realms, all things paranormal, and we love all things paranormal. And guys, don't let that limit you, because we want the guest on to talk about UFOs, Bigfoots, cryptids. I mean, black-eyed children, anything. I mean, we when we want to discuss everything paranormal, we seriously mean that, and we want to invite everybody to come along on this ride with us, because we're going to have a good time. We are going to get to know people. We're going to help build this community, and we really look forward to starting. And our first one, I got a good guy coming on for our one that we're putting on for Parapost, and I got a good one coming. So, Shani?
Sorry, my phone's playing up.
No, you're good.
Yeah, I think I'm all right now. Okay? It's flashing a load of things up at me.
I love technology. You know what? Honestly, I've said this before on my shows. As long as my computer, this damn thing turns on and does what I want it to do, I'm happy. Other than that, don't ask me anything.
Yeah.
Just like with the videos, I just, I don't know if I told you guys, but I actually have a little company of my own called Paravid Studios.
Yeah.
I do intros, outros, all that good stuff. Don't ask me about like all these different things about it, because I don't freaking know. I just throw something together, make it look cool, make it, what people want, and have fun with it. It's, like the Wicked Queen and I were talking about, size of RAM and I don't know, some like motherboard stuff, like upgrades for the computers. And I'm just like, if I go to a store like Best Buy to go get like an upgrade for my computer, I'm taking the whole fucking thing with me.
That's right.
With me.
That's right.
I'm going to put it right on the counter and say, make it better.
Yep. Plug it in. You deal with it.
Yep. They can put a piece of cardboard in there and tell me it's the fastest thing in the world. I'd be like, cool. Does it light up? Does it light up? That's all I care about. Does it light up? Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's have some fun. But you could just put LED strips inside and tell me that's the new cooling system.
Right.
I'll just be like, okay. But something else I was going to ask you. So let's talk about Outer Realms. You guys, I'm thinking about this other thing, because I had it. I don't script these, by the way, folks. If you're watching for the first time, I don't script any of this shit. This is just off the hip, have some fun, see what happens. Let's talk about Outer Realms. So you guys, if for those who don't know, they're spread out all over. Shane mentioned it earlier. You guys are spread out all over the country. You're spread out, obviously, in different countries around the world. How does that work? how does that work? How did that come about? Because I know a lot of teams, like, they're local. You guys get together, hang out, have fun. But how does that work having a group that size?
Well, we are spread out. We are spread out, but we're all tremendously close together. We have a separate chat that all of us can go on, and we at any time during the day or night we can get on and talk to every single person
Mm.
on that chat. As far as being spread out like this, they can go do their own investigations. They post it on the page. They post evidence. They keep our page relevant and active. And Shani does the same thing over there. And we really have a strong connection with each other. And that's the biggest thing about having a team like this spread out like that, is that you have to have a connection with one another. And like I said, a lot of these people that are on my team, they already knew me from the organization that I was with before. So when I created this team, it was just like they just like, well, we're coming with you. So we developed their positions, we developed where we want to be. We set the ground for it, and it's just took off running from here.
There you go. Now,
Yep.
Shani, I'm going to ask you something. Like I mentioned before, I have a lot of family over in the UK and across the pond. And they've all told me different things. But I wanted to ask you, the community out there, or over there, I should say, is a lot different than what we have here in the States. Here in the States, we're pretty connected. We do a lot together. Over there, it's a little different. It's more of a wait for someone to pop up and network with them for a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, it's not as forward facing as it is here
Yeah.
in the States. Have you noticed in the past, like, year or 2 or 3 years, a difference in the field? Like, is it changing at all for the positive, or what are you seeing over there?
There's a lot of bitching in the field, let's just say that. There's a lot of teams that, I don't know the best way. There's a lot of teams over here that do it just for the likes, and they fake
For
quite a
clout.
lot over here.
Okay.
And then they start getting paid, and they think they're better than everybody else. And then they will put you down on your videos and say, "Oh, there's nothing there," or "You've got no evidence, you're rubbish." And there's just a lot of bitchiness going on around here, to be honest. So I keep away from it. If I have a team come on my page, for instance, and they start saying that, I just remove them and go.
Yeah.
Now, is there still some that you can work with, or is there still a fair amount?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's only one team I've had to get rid of, and that was about 6 months ago.
Okay.
It's mainly people. It's mainly people that come and they try to come in and they get close or whatever, and then they try to wedge in between the people that are in the teams. And I'm telling you, they do it here in America, they do it over there, but as close as my team is here in the UK, there is nobody or anything that can come in and wedge the relationship we all have with one another.
That's good.
No, definitely not.
That's really good. Now, have you noticed, Shani, a change? I've said this on a couple of my shows, and then Shane, I'm going to ask you the same thing. Let's say last 5 years in the field. Have you noticed a difference? Has it gotten better? Like, working together and the networking, has it gotten better, or has it gotten worse?
Worse.
I do feel that it's gotten worse. I think that the idea of para-unity it's starting to become an afterthought, because a lot of teams out there, they're all about themselves. They don't care to work with other people. I know organizations that think that they're big, that says that para-unity is crap, it doesn't work. And I'm proving on an everyday basis that para-unity does work. When you have the right network and you have the right people and you have the right conversations and respect and love and integrity for what we love to do, then if those people don't share that passion with you, then they probably shouldn't be around you or with you anyway.
True.
No.
True. Well, speaking of, para unity and getting together, Shane, there is a young lady, and yes, I'm embarrassing you, don't care, in the room right now who does 2 amazing events. Well, yeah, events, whatever. And this is this young lady right here, Jen Jacobs. She does Women of the Paranormal. It's a little convention and event that she puts out. Shani, I know she does some for, like, if you want to help out, whatever. She does stuff virtually too, so something to look into.
Jen Jacobs, she knows, she's familiar with me because I'm friends with Larissa Rex.
Okay.
And Sarah Grimm.
Okay. Yeah, I love what Jen's doing. Jen's hosting these events, the Women of the Paranormal and the Men of the Paranormal conventions. I want to get out to one. I really want to get out to one. I'm hoping to go this year. But yeah, something to always think about. And guys, if you're interested in more about it, just look it up. Look it up on Facebook. The events are there. Check it out. Show your love and support. So what is your show going to be about? Is it just paranormal based? Is it a mix of things? Like what are we thinking here?
It's going to be a mix of things between paranormal, cryptids, black-eyed children, UFOs, Sasquatch. I mean, it could be a mixture of anything because we love this field and we love being able to meet and express an interest for everything unknown. So we love the fact that people have stories and they have experiences that they want to share with people. We want to open that platform for them to be able to do that, because one way or another, if we're into the paranormal, you've had to have some kind of experience. You didn't get into the paranormal because of a podcast. You got into a podcast because of the paranormal.
There you go.
Yeah.
So we spoke a little bit earlier about the Global Ghost Hunt, and I'm happy to say that Outer Realms will be partaking in the Global Ghost Hunt. We're excited to see you guys. Any ideas? Give us a little teasers on where you guys are thinking. Like what are we looking forward to here? And Shady, if you say anything but a castle,
No, I've got a quite a good few connections with some quite amazing places over here that I've got in mind. So I'm talking to a few people at the moment. But yeah.
I've got a few too. You guys got to remember, I've got Revolutionary, Civil War, Indian history all around here, and there's some really good locations here, especially once I start promoting with these locations about the Global Ghost Hunt. It's gonna open up because they need that exposure too. They need that global wide exposure for their locations too, because around here, this is Bible Belt around here. If you have some kind of like a psychic ability or something, and you tell some of these, by God, Southern Baptists, boy, you're demonic. And folks, let's just clear this up right now. Not all hauntings are demonic. Not all hauntings are demonic. I'm a demonologist, and I can promise you 1% of all clientele is going to be a demonic case.
I will attest to that. And you know why I'm laughing? I know exactly what you're talking about, Shane, because in my 18 years of doing, 19 this year, I've had over 400 cases.
Yeah.
397 of them have said they have demonics. They have a demon in their house. No, you don't. I think I ran into, I've said this before, I ran into two true demonics, and one that it was borderline. It had some of the symptoms, and yes, folks, I said symptoms of a demonic, but didn't have all of them.
Right.
I had two where I had to get the church involved. But yeah, it's not always a demon. And oddly enough, you guys will get a kick out of this. So there is a town not too far from where I'm from, and if you're wondering where that is, find Pennsylvania, point right in the middle of it. There. There is a very small town that has this infamous house, and there is a team running around in that area saying that it has a demon in it. It's like, I've investigated that house. I've checked that house out many, many times. No, it's not a demon. And I said, okay, so I'll have some fun with this, and you guys will get a huge kick out of this. I said, so what evidence do they have to back it up? What evidence of it being a demonic do they have? And with the utmost pride I've ever heard anybody say, goes, they got a recording saying, please kill me.
Wow.
That makes it demonic?
That's demonic?
No. No.
They must have had the coffee cup too.
Yeah, must have done, yeah.
I said, so let me ask you this. I said, how does that make sense to you? And the guy goes, what do you mean? I go, you get this Billy badass demon whose goal is to tear people apart and cause all sorts of fucking havoc to everybody and anybody it can. And it's asking you to kill it.
Right. Right.
I said, does something not seem right to you? Well, they said it was. I was like, they're full of shit. I'll tell you right now, they're full of shit.
Tricksters do that too.
Yep.
Tricksters do that too. There's some places that have an infestation or a haunting that if you go in there and you say, are you a demon? Then through the spirit box, you're going to get demon, or you're going to get devil, or you're going to get Lucifer, or something like that. That doesn't mean that there's a demon in there. It could be playing against what you're saying. So people need to be careful bringing that into a house, because when you start speaking demonic like that, tricksters can figure that too and can play right against you.
I hear that so many times in my cases. It's like, if I wish I had $1 for every time I heard Satan, or if I spoke into Satan or Lucifer or Beelzebub or this or that one, I'd be rich. I could retire. Like, it comes across all the time, and it's like, call them out on it. Be like, bullshit. No, you're not. Why would they tell you that? Any demonologist worth its weight will tell you there's one thing that a demon will never tell you, and that's its name.
That's it. That's it.
So why are they telling you who they are? That's demonology 101, folks.
Yep.
If you ever want to know if they're saying names, it's not a demon.
No.
Not a demon.
No. No, because one thing is that you guys got to run from a theological standpoint also, is that when a demon exposes his name, he has lost the will to win against you.
Yep.
You now, through a spiritual standpoint, have an advantage over that demon. And that's the one thing that a demon does not want you to have.
Yep. Think of a name like a white flag. If they say a name, the white flag's already been waving.
If a demonic thing comes up over a spirit box, 9 out of 10 times, that's not a demon.
Yeah. I just find it funny. I it's like, do your research, folks. And the other thing that scares me is like these teams that go around saying everything's a demon, like a certain somebody on TV.
YouTube education.
Yeah. Stay away.
It's like, do your research. And do you not realize how badly you're hurting these clients or the public?
I know.
It's like, you're there for a couple hours. They have to live there. You start saying demon. You're just causing more strain.
You start stirring stuff up in there, and there's no sense. That's the last resort, guys. There's levels to this. There's levels in demonology. There's manifestation. There's infestation. There's oppression, and there's possession. There's stages, and then even after possession in the past 5 years, there is a rise with demonic activity, but it's usually towards a person, and we've found that that person has experienced obsession, because during the possession, their body is lacking something.
Yeah.
And then when it comes out, then they obsess to have that feeling back. So you're inviting that demonic energy back into your life. And there has been a rise in that. I'm part of a brotherhood of demonologists with quite a few people, and we have seen a rise in that in the past 5 years.
And,
But guys, please quit telling your clients, that it's demonic. Please quit telling people in locations that it's demonic, because guys, out of all the ones that I've ever done, 1% have truly been demonic. And if they don't fit that category of infestation, oppression, or possession, it's probably not a demon.
yeah. And a good way to think about it too, folks, is, and I think Shane and Shani, you guys will agree with me, there is a reason why when people have an addiction, they call it a demon. There's a reason for that. That's 100% that reason. That's what they do. It's a mental game. That's all it is. It's a mental game. They want to wear you down. Yeah. They're not going to. I think people think that, and it's probably Hollywood, I'm assuming, they think that the demon's just going to come up to their front door, kick it wide open, and say, "I'm here, bitches. Let's party." No, they will not. They will be very sneaky about it. They will hide. Unless you get to the higher levels of demonic.
But the hierarchy.
Yeah, 99% of the time you're going to deal with a low level that wants to just hide.
99.9% of the time is a lower level.
Yeah, so they're brutes for a reason. They're low levels for a reason. But no, it's just, to me, it's funny. It's funny, but at the same time, it's kind of disgusting. But do your research, and if you don't know, ask.
Yeah,
get somebody like Shane in who is a certified demonologist, or at least somebody like Shani who knows what's going on, has some information that can share, network, and say, it's okay to ask questions.
Yes, it is.
I got this case. This is what's going on. What are your thoughts? Yeah. And here's the proof behind it. Here's what I have. I've got EVPs. I got this. I got that. Okay, cool. This is my thought.
Right.
It's always find a network. Always find a network. So before we end out, I'm going to bring up a question that I haven't asked in a long time, and it's kind of one of my favorite ones. Just because, no, I like it. Deal with it. You don't like it, I don't care. So we talk about networking. Paraunity is obviously big with Outer Realms, which I absolutely love. That's one of the main things that I wanted to get you guys on here for, was Paraunity. It's not dead. Look, if you're watching the show, it's not fucking dead. Deal with it.
Yeah.
But you always talk about networking, building everybody up, Paraunity. So I wanted to ask you guys, say you got a day one investigator, or somebody who might be interested in the paranormal field, somebody who may be even watching right now, and they want to be more involved in the paranormal field. What's your advice? What's a good way to get them started?
Guys, listen, we have created a platform. We created a team. You don't have to worry about your experience level. We meet you right where you are. If you come in with a drive, and you come in with a willingness to learn, then we have a place for you. We will put you in a position somewhere where you can grow. You can grow to know the ins and outs of this field, and we build each other up. So I don't have a lockdown to where it's like, oh, if you don't have 2 years experience or 5 years, like, I do know that there are a lot of people that do that. I can bring you right in at ground level. So if you don't have any paranormal experience and you want to come into the paranormal, shoot our page. We will love to talk to you. We do an interview process. Matter of fact, my media director had not one bit of paranormal experience, not one bit, but she is a film student. So she does a lot of film work. So I took her with doing film work and media and stuff like that, and I made her a media director. So therefore, she gets to learn about the paranormal, doing what she's naturally made to do. And that's what we do. That's what we do. We find where you're strong, where your good points are, and we lock in on that, and we make sure that you're comfortable with the position that you're in, and we make sure that we have a place for each and every person that wants to be a part of this wonderful paranormal community.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Shani, what about you? What advice do you have for these newbies?
Don't go to a location on your own.
Absolutely.
Don't antagonize anything what's there, or go with it. If it wants to speak to you, it'll speak to you.
Yeah.
Or communicate anyway with you.
Be
And always
respectful.
be respectful, but always do your research first.
Yep.
Absolutely.
So you have some idea of what you're going into. If
Yep.
you're like taking a piece of equipment you don't know how to use,
yeah,
ask someone how to use it. Because what we're doing at the moment, there's a few people that don't know how to use equipment, so we're doing personal videos telling them what it is, how it's used, and stuff like that.
Yep.
But yeah, that's the main things.
Very nice, and I agree with both of you. Absolutely, 100%, all of that. The only thing I have to add to that, folks, if you're just starting out in this field, you don't need expensive equipment.
No, you don't.
Don't use your whole life savings. Do you know what? Honestly, you've got basically a 3-in-1 right here.
Yep.
Voice recorder, digital camera, video camera, all right here. All you need, and even a flashlight. A lot of them have flashlights. I'd suggest a better one, just saying, but you got it. You got basically 4 tools. You got 4 tools. You know, start off cheap. You may not even like it. You may not even like the field. I've seen that. Some people have an interest in it. They don't like investigating. That's fine. Be supportive still.
You can still get into the community. You may not be into investigating like that, but you might be into research. You might be under like history. Guys, we need people like that. We need historicals. We need people with research, you know, because that's how we learn more about locations. That's how we learn about experiences, the locations and stuff. So they could be used as trigger points when we go to these areas.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, guys. Well, we've hit that point. So before we get going, one more time, give a shout out to your teams, groups, whatever you want to shout out. Give them a shout out.
Guys, Outer Realms Paranormal and Outer Realms Paranormal UK division, please come over and check us out. We are a new upcoming team. We love you. We love this community, and we love the paranormal. We love respecting the living and the dead, and we'll bring you in right where you are. You can either join our pages, or if you're interested in the paranormal, that you can come over and we'll interview you and you can be a part of what we have going on. We are open to it. We're open to you. We are open to this community, and we look forward to hearing from each and every one of you.
Awesome. Shani, anybody you want to shout out? Anything you want to shout out? Shout out your photography again.
Dark Soul Paranormal Photography.
Dark Souls Paranormal Photography. Check them out,
There you
guys.
go.
Check them all out. Links are in the description, except for the Dark Souls. I didn't know about that one. That's new to me. But go check them out. Links are in the description. Obviously, go check out Parapost Network Central, Global Ghost, all of them. Check out all the links. Go follow all of them.
Yep.
And Shane, I have one major question. The most important question I've asked all night for you, sir. And that's, how many cats do you have, and what are their names? Because I see your producers behind you all the time watching.
You don't. We have, guys, listen, we started rescuing animals. I have 23 cats and 2 dogs.
Piece of shit out of my 5. Holy.
And that's indoor and outdoor, though. We got a lot of them that live outside and some that live inside. I've got some on my lap right here and they'll co-host a lot. Most of them are in my, see?
Oh.
Yep. Most of them are in my lap, so yeah.
Shane,
we're real big animal lovers, guys. And I'll tell you what, you know, to really love an animal like that, then you love unconditionally. And if I ever get an investigator that says, oh, I'm a big animal lover, that's a plus in my book right there. Because if animals love you, then I know that we'll love you. And not only that, the entities that we are respecting and finding out will
Well,
learn to love you too.
Well,
yeah.
here's a little idea for you guys, and I use this at my first team, San Diego Paranormal Eye. We use this all the time. We had a canine investigator.
Oh wow,
We trained.
a paranormal.
We had
Wow,
a dog that we trained to sense the paranormal, to find spirits, the energy, stuff like that. They were an investigator with us.
wow.
We had like a little vest on it and everything that had K2s, had a bunch of different shit all over this dog, and you could just tell if the dog started acting weird. Why is the dog acting weird? What's going on with the dog? And that's what we would do. We'd take the dog during the day a couple times in these locations, get them used to it, investigate at night. What's odd? What's different? What's this? What's that? So we had a canine unit. It was great.
Hmm.
Can't really do it with cats though. Cats kind of just do their own thing. So, all right, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining tonight. I'm super
Absolutely.
excited.
Thank you.
Feel free to hang out and we'll chat more backstage. But it was great having you guys. I'm so happy that we had a chance to do this.
Absolutely.
And to meet up.
Thank you.
Meet up, talk. Get you on, with Parapost, get you with the Global Ghost Sign, get you networking, having fun, because that's what it's about.
That is
100% what it's about, guys. So, all right, folks, that's going to do it for tonight for this show. But don't go too far, because at 9 o'clock, Raymond and I are back. We are doing What the Paranormal. If you don't know what that is, think of it like Whose Line Is It Anyway, but paranormal based. And it's me and Raymond, so you don't know what the fuck is going to be said. I don't even know what's going to be said. It's just going to be, it's fun. So check us out, guys. You can see us at Parapost. You can see us all over the place. Where you're seeing this, you'll find it. We'll be back at 9 p.m. Eastern time for that. So I guess there's only one more thing left for me to say. Y'all have yourselves a great rest of your night. Have fun. Stay safe.
stay spooky.
Yep.
Happy hauntings.